everybody, it's me, Trader Max, here from Shogun on the Shogun Gun Show, and it is February 6th. Holy crap, this whole month, this whole year is flying by, and this is the Shogun Show here at 1 p.m. on Thursday, and we are just... I'm loving life today. There is so much good stuff that's going to be happening in the show. I'm joined by my favorite co-host, Crypto Quinton. How you doing, brother?
Hello, I'm doing very good, Mr. Max. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. You were telling me right before the show, like it's been just such popularity that we have scheduling problems, which is awesome. I love it. It's a great job, buddy. But you and the outreach team have done such a great job of getting the show together today.
Oh, they're doing great. I'm happy to be working with them.
Now, we are joined by some pretty powerful panelists today, as well as one heck of a sponsor. Our show today is sponsored by Tire Dad. How you doing, Brandon?
Oh, I'm doing good. I appreciate you having us on here.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We have such a great relationship happening with you guys. I really do appreciate everything that you, the Dev, Mac, and even the other day we had young Mr. Schuyler on as a Tire Dad rep, and we really appreciate all the work you guys have done and your contribution to who we are here. We've also vested back into your coin, and our thing is up 15 or 18% now, almost 19% now, which is pretty cool. I really do appreciate, sorry, I got to turn off this other recording, you being here today and sponsoring the show.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime.
All right. We also have some pretty awesome panelists today. We got Komal from LFGO. It looked like a little Lego thing. How you doing, Komal?
Hey, good to be here. I'm doing well. It's quite late for me. It's 1 a.m. But as you guys have invited and been very persistent to get me on, I couldn't just say no all the time. So here I am.
Well, our outreach team is like a little mini mafia, I guess you could say. It's like, you better show up. No, it's good. I really do appreciate your dedication.
I respect the hustle.
You know what? And I do too with you because, being here late, I know Etta is late, really late, and where she is at as well. But this is what it takes sometimes. You want to get that message across the world, not only in your own time zone, but in the other worlds as well. And that's what exposure is. So thanks for being here today.
Absolutely.
Then we got Etta Madison.
Hello.
One heck of an artist. How are you? Finally, nice to meet you. We spoke to your dad last time, which was awesome. And he's such great revelings for you and edification on your artwork and what you've done. And you're super young too, which is awesome because you have such a great persistent attitude. And it's really super early where you're at. What time is it where you're at right now?
It is currently just now 2:03 a.m.
Oh no. With this show going for a couple of hours too, you're going to be, are you still in school or anything?
I do homeschooling, but because I just enrolled to the university, so I, for now, am just working on my portfolio instead. Yes.
That's good. That's good. Well, your dad is a tired dad too, I know. So I appreciate you being here today and sharing your time with us. I can't wait to see some of your artwork and show it out to everybody and what we're doing.
Thank you.
And then finally, but not least, we have Jamie from SL. How are you doing, Jamie?
I am doing really great. Thanks so much for asking me to come back.
Now, is that a real background or is that?
It is. It is. I have
good. Okay, good.
plants. Yeah.
80 plants, yeah. I got 80,000 coffee cups. We're collectors. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. The Society Library is an awesome network with great information. I love the bots. I love the AI. You were on our one show that we were talking about AI, and like we're doing a cat collective show. We're doing an NFT show this Friday. We're doing a cat collective next Wednesday. I still want to do like an AI show, and just to kind of mess with everybody, we have like personations of us up here and it's bots are doing something, but I would love to do an AI show where we talk about nothing but AI. I'm a big AI fan from many moons ago. And I think you would be a great contributor to that process, even on the ethical side, and talking about a little bit of politics has got to fit into this conversation sometimes because the left, right side are kind of go battling each other. I think there's going to be a Skynet battle that's going to happen, but maybe in reverse, whatever it becomes.
I hope not.
Yeah, me too, but it'll be fun to play with. All right, so how this works, you're here on the Shill, Chill, and Alpha. We have some Shillers down below, and as they come up, every two of them then will come out with a panelist and they'll shill. You got about 3 or 4 minutes to kind of talk about your coin. Some of the rules here, right? We got to keep this moderated. Keep it positive, right? That's the big thing. Keep it positive. Keep it real. Tell people what you want to build and what you are building and why you're a good thing to be a part of, because that's what this is really about. Don't sell sizzle. That's another one of the rules, right? If you do have some alpha that's coming out, make sure that it's like sort of in the next week or 2 weeks, or even today is good, right? Because people want to get to your site, get to your coin, and buy in because they know something good's coming, right? As everybody who's watching this system, as we're building up our accounts here, please keep in mind too that do your own research. Don't be silly. Don't go ape in everything. Don't over leverage, and do your best to investigate, right? Trust but verify, as they say. Lastly, when we get into the chill portion today, we're going to talk to our panelists here about a particular topic, which is sort of, it's a tough one, because everybody has a misconception of what this is, is the hold status, a hold on for dear life, and how important it really is. It's not as important as you may think to some, and it's everything to others. And I want to talk to the panelists on how important it is, and how do you relay that to your people? Is selling a bad thing, or is it wrecking the chart, or all that stuff? So we'll have some good conversation about that, and that's an open forum conversation there. In the final portion at the end of the show, we will talk about everything alpha for our 3 major panelists and our sponsor of all the good stuff that's coming out. And I know each one of you have some good stuff. Remember, you got the same rule. Try to keep it within the next 2 weeks. If you're not sure when it's going to be firing out, there's always more room later in other shows as things get closer. We can even do a whole show about your alpha as well when it comes down to it. As we go in, if you want to share your screen, or I can share the information for all of you Shillers, I have all your information. I know everything about you. And I will share whatever I can right here in this big old beautiful thing. And I'll put your beautiful face up there, or your PFP. Make sure you do have a PFP for all you ones that are down below. It looks like everybody does. I love you guys when it's all set up. A big shout out to everybody in our outreach team and for our coin. I will also be doing a quick shill about Shogun and who we are, and releasing some alpha during the show. I and Mr. Quinton are here to entertain you, give you good information, educate you, and also make a couple of bucks along the way as we work together in our alliances. All right, you guys ready? Let's begin. Now, the first person who's up, it's because it's first come, first serve. Mr. Quinton, who was that who came in first?
I believe it was Boo.
Boo was first. There we go. Boo, how you doing?
Hey, nice to be here. Excited to join the space today and represent the Boo world.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what Boo is and how it came to be.
Yeah, so Boo token is our token, which is a part of Boo world, and Boo Brawlers, which is our game. So Boo Brawlers, it's a game that's currently live as a light version on Telegram. So if you want to,
I'm so tempted to click it. I'm so tempted to click it. Oh, it's a Telegram game. Okay, that's good. Good. You're lucky. I'd be playing the game here live on this stream.
Yeah. So if you would dive in there and start playing, you could win weekly airdrops of our Boo token. That's live on Solana.
So like the better you do, the more airdrops you get? Or is it like a
now we have a weekly leaderboard. So what we're aiming to do is not just having a tapper game. We want to create a fun gaming experience. So in Boo Brawlers, skill is rewarded. So rewards are earned, not given. So now we're running airdrops on a weekly leaderboard. So you can climb the top 100 every week, and the top champions get the most Boo.
Wow. Digging it.
Yeah, so you can battle Ghost meme characters, everyone from Ghost Dodge to Giga to Gary Gensler and Donald Trump in the Ghost version. So we have quite a lot of meme ghosts there, as you can see also on the website.
I like it.
We also have an all-time leaderboard that you can climb. So before the next reset, we will also reward that. So here's the team that you see also on the website there. I'm in the middle. And we also just hired 2 new people for the team.
What a handsome ghost you make.
Yeah. So we're growing, which is really fun. But now we've been in building in the dark for a couple months. We launched this Telegram game about 6 months ago, and it's been live with weekly airdrops since then. But now we're building the next version because we want to build a real, true, fun gaming experience. So we're launching that on Steam and web app further ahead.
Wow. Yeah.
With the NFT store that will be connected. So people will be able to upgrade their character with the NFTs, either buy skins or armor or weapons. And we're also creating a community creator mode where the community can go in, create their own NFTs and sell them to earn profits.
Oh, wow. Okay. So they can make their own NFT.
Yeah, exactly. So what we want to create is a sustainable gaming ecosystem in the play to earn, and we're redirecting it to play to win. So yeah, we're creating this ecosystem around it. Yeah, it's going to be PvP. So currently, the version right now, you battle PvE, but in the next version, you will be able to play your friends and bet your baby boo bags, which is our in-game currency that will come, and which you can exchange for boo tokens. And
so
NFTs.
you have a coin currency inside the game called baby boo bags.
Exactly, baby boo, which makes it a little bit easier to launch on Steam, etc. Otherwise, it would be quite complicated.
Yeah, Steam has a lot of. I'm a game dev myself, so Steam has a lot of protocols you got to jump through to make that stuff happen.
Yeah, it's a challenge which we are actively solving as well, but we're also backing it up with the web version. So we'll have the both. So yeah, we're building the game, building, and I just want to pop in here to let people know that we are still here building the next version.
So you have an Ethereum section of this and Solana, your own.
Exactly. So we are actually cross-native, which means that we are native on both Solana and Ethereum. And both will be included in the game, connected to the ecosystem.
Right.
But we're starting with Solana because it's easier with the transaction, faster transaction, lower gas fees, etc. In-game connections. But both will have in-game utility, both the Solana and Ethereum side. So the token has been live since November on both dexes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we've been, despite the heavy market last couple of days, it's been ticking on quite stable, which is fun.
All right. Yeah. Well, the concept here is, for being 2 months old, you're doing very well. You have a lot of organized subject and utility already, which is amazing. A game with leaderboard and return and airdrops, and which is amazing. I'm really glad that you've taken some time out to be here with us today.
Of course, yeah. We've got to show it outside as well. But yeah, so it's really fun. We're building a lot, and yeah, we're here to build. We really want to create a truly fun gaming experience, and that's where we're in the space.
Loving the website, loving everything you're talking about so far. I feel like you have a great understanding of what you're building here. Are you the primary dev, or are you just part of the team?
No, I usually joke and say that I'm the dumb marketer. So
I don't think there is such a thing, but okay.
Well, when I speak to the devs, I feel like that. So I'm a part of the marketing team. We're 2 people here on the marketing team, and then we have 2 devs and the CEO and the one security expert on the team as well. So yeah, we have a team, and that we are. So I'm not alone building this.
Of course, yeah.
So I have a team to say thank you to there.
Well, hats off to the devs and the programmers and everybody who put the game and the graphics, and it does take that team. And not everybody gets all the credit every single time you go out and shill. So I want to recognize too that it takes a lot. Like this is impressive. It takes a lot of work to get to this level of value, right? So great job. I really do appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for bringing me on.
You're welcome. So that's Boo. I got to tell you, I'm liking the fact that it's a Telegram game, but it's also, you can earn the product and back into it. It's got utility. I like it. All right. So that's basically the first one off the bat. Thank you, Boo, again. I'm going to drop you back down to the stage. There is, as like, even though we're in the world of gaming, it's always tough to find, good programmers and good teams that can work together and make this stuff work. And it's something like when you do get something that's clean and it's interactable, that it's worth it. So if you're doing your own research, make sure you get in and talk to the guys over there. I'm pretty sure they'll be very welcoming and have fun playing the game. The little buggers are addictive. I can tell you that right now. And I know I'm going to go in there and try. We're probably dead scrolling for about an hour. All right, Mr. Quinton, who is up next?
So I know we got some time concerns. So it's I know Jordan and NOHAT. They both generally need to go a little bit sooner.
Okay. I'll bring Jordan up because he's here first. But in most cases, it is a first come, first serve. So in that position, but I just lost Jordan's mic.
Okay.
Okay, NOHAT, here you go. Bringing you up on stage real quick. Yeah, I'm only bringing it up faster than normal because we got a great relationship with you, and I really do appreciate you being here. And you're also sharing your stream as well, which I do appreciate. But before we do, it's time we got to do a very quick station identification. We are the Shogun Gun Show. You're watching here. Wherever you're watching from, we have 637 concurrent viewers right now. I'm going to do a quick screen share of that where I get everybody's beautiful face in there. Let me drag my base right there and stream right there. Okay, so we have 643, with 657 already up from that point. We got the SHARBI token with 37. We got the LFG company or community with 111. NOHAT Solana 57. Just a lotto. I don't know how you did it. You got it going. 190. Geez, Shogun Cryptos, leading the pack. Gave me a little heart tremor there. I thought you guys were going to be beating me to death. 220 with Shogun. Trader Max. What? Trader Max's YouTube channel has 8 people. Maybe somebody's taking a hint. I love it. Tire Dad with 13 on the soul. Actually wonderful. All right, because Tire Dad's on YouTube as one as well. I told you, YouTube is like, it's tough. But for some reason, I got 8, which is awesome, which is great. All right, so we got that down. NOHAT, how you doing, buddy? It's good to have you here. You got 2 or 3 minutes to shill the crap out of what you got. Do you want to share or do you want me to share?
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can, buddy. How are you?
Thank you for having us here again on a beautiful day in the trenches. So, NOHAT, for the ones that don't know, we are around about 9 months, and we are a full CTO since December. At the time that I started to lead the CTO, I decided that we had to have a much broader vision of what a brand is, and in that sense, understanding that dogs are man's best friends. We also understand that men's are dog's best friend, and in that sense, we started to create a lot of content with that in mind. The first was the NFTs. For the NFTs, we had a physical painter, a painter that works with galleries and museums to paint 2025 backgrounds, and then 2 more team members worked out using Photoshop, and there's no repetition of the backgrounds or the attributes. Maybe I can show.
Yeah, if you can, because again, your website doesn't have the NFT link on it. With that I can see.
Oh, wait. I did this the other day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So there's no repetition on the combination of the attributes, and no repetition of the backgrounds. I'm having a little problem. Hold on.
If you have a link, I can bring you back up.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay.
Share screen. So, 2025 backgrounds. 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 20
There you go.
So as you see, like we had a lot of fun creating these NFTs. We call it NOHAT Legends. It's more like a family of dogs with different attributes. There's one that's a DJ. That's one that it's very bullish. They all have like very like this incredible collection of shades. Like some have hair, masks, and like really a lot of fun creating this collection. And in that sense, it's also that we understand that this dog needs to be more happy and more party, and not only attached to the idea that it's only a dog. And in that sense, also being more artistic, we started to work with some DJs, buddies of mine. I'm also a DJ and an artist, and we started to create music. We are gonna launch a music video album hopefully this month. Depends on the market actually, but we were planning to launch it next week, but we are gonna wait. For the music, we also didn't use any AI. The idea was to create a good vibe between the people that are creating, that are doing the content, and in that sense, we've been using samplers and synthesizers and doing it all really like the old way, and dropping the tracks. And being a DJ, we have this chance of testing the tracks on the dance floor, seeing how the crowd.
You just wanted a reason to dance, didn't you? You just wanted to get out there and dance. That's all you wanted to do.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have to spin into this alpha. We know you're just a dancer at heart. Let's go.
The thing is also that we understand that dogs is a big narrative, and especially for Asia. So we are partnering with some people in Hong Kong and in Shanghai as well. We have like a big thing of streaming live parties being streamed live, and because we also understand that we are preparing for when the normies come, and so everything is created on that level, like to actually be attracting not only the crypto world but the normies with something that it's funny and engaging.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Normies sound creepy to me. It sounds like an external thing, like I'm waiting for my distant cousins to come. But, all right, NOHAT. Well, I appreciate I was able to get you up early. Thank you very much for keeping it quick, short and sweet here today, because I want to make sure I give everybody. There's a lot of people here. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Max.
You're welcome, bud. All right, so that's how it's done. Thank you very much to NOHAT for we did. I think Mr. Quinton, we got him up early, right? That was okay, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, I know there was somebody else in it. We did. Who did we do before? We've done. That's our third now, right? Or second?
Second.
Okay, good. So with that said, real quickly, I know the other person I promised to be second. I promise I'll give you a little extra time, but I kind of want to bring up for our first panelist, because I know our show is entirely sponsored today by Brandon. We want to thank Brandon and from Tired Dad for being the sponsor for today to help produce this show out. It does take time. It takes my time, Mr. Quinton's time, all those great Outpost people, all the great advertising, the editing, everything we do. We provide so much value to this network. As a team, I can't do it by myself, of course. Boy, I'm watching these numbers just fly. We're about to hit 1,000 people in the system. We're only 20 minutes in. This is going to be a big show today. I hope we hit some all-time highs, but if not, then we're okay. But I want to bring up Etta Madison because I know it's super, super early in the morning for her. And I want to kind of bring her up to talk about what she's done and how everything's on. Etta, you still there with us? I hope she's not sleeping.
Yes. No, I am awake.
You're so quiet. It's so ready.
Yes, thank you. I've just been preparing because I understand this is a big hit, and just congratulations.
Oh,
So
thank you.
my project is Weird Coin, and the reason why I named it that is because I love to just have this experience to express myself in an artistic way, and I want people to also acknowledge that part of themselves as well. And I want to share my screen a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Here, you guys, most definitely. Go ahead.
Thank you. So we have NFTs. This is my art. We have NFTs. And I love to draw these because I can just go crazy and I can just go wild. And I love to just have people relate to not only just my art, but the message and the storyline behind the art pieces as well. And as you can see, there's like manga panels as well. So if you want to support WeirdCoin, check out the NFTs because I put in a lot of work and we do the actual live streams to show you how we draw these WeirdCoin art. So yes, check that out. And if you want to check out the origin of where everything started, basically, Yuki's Endless Void, I have worked on this for a year now. So you will be able to kind of understand the mental health part of art as well, because there's a storyline about mental health. Because when we're talking about art, it's an express of oneself, meaning like your mind and how you see the world, and also your own personal experiences as well. So I just want people to really connect to that art side of things. This is the website. My father and I really had fun on this one. And we also have a lot of collaborations as well, which I will get into a little bit. And we have merchandise as well, thanks to Prevail. And if you go into the Twitter right now, I have a presentation a little bit. So because right now I'm in a university and it is a fashion design university. So here is some things that we do that kind of gives you an insight of what the art is like. And yes, this is what the art it would be like. Also, as well as the Instagram, where everything started as well. I love doing illustrations because instead of just commercial, which I love commercial as well, illustrations is where I really could express myself and connect to people in a more deeper level, and people find just my illustrations to be really interesting. And I love to see how people have their own point of view of my art piece. And we also have a recent collaboration with Turbo as well. So you can be able to have a swap. You can use any blockchain to swap with Turbo using the Turbo BSC swap, and it is totally free.
Wow.
So yeah, check that out. We have a lot of collaborations as well as Memezilla. So yes, check it out. Everything can be found in the link tree in my bio right here. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. What a perfect shill. You did a nice job. I really do appreciate you shared your screen. You hit it right on the head, man. Thank you so much for being so professional with there. It means a lot to us here. So where are you going to university? Oh, I probably shouldn't ask you that here in live. You're not doxed out completely, but you're going for fashion design, right?
Yes.
That's the main one? Yeah. Well, being artistic, that's always a good thing as well. I can't wait to see what you produce in your own lines and everything that you're doing. I wish you the best of luck with everything. You're an inspiration to a lot of artists as I see, and you have it really fleshed out. I love the look of it. I think being in art myself and doing time lapse drawing and everything else, I've fallen in love with the whole process of building. That must give you a lot of satisfaction.
Yes, it does. And I want like more people, no matter how young or perhaps how old, that basically not saying I'm getting into it. Like saying that
Delete.
no matter it is never too late to start your dream. It is never too late to start something that you love that is inspirational to you. And it is never too early to start to learn more. But also as well, just to put yourself out there, put your projects out there at least, and just to know more about what you love.
So you have a lot of people in the community saying a lot of great things about you. We appreciate everything you've done, sharing your community with us as well, and your art. I look forward to talking to you more. You seem very aware of that you need alliances and partnerships and things like that as well for success to be graciously at your door. And you've done that. You and your dad have done a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, would love that. Thank you. And I have to give it all to the community as well because we just came in 17 days on Pump Fun, and they already launched us. So thank you all so much as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Your community is part of who you are and everything that you do. As that said, thank you, Etta. We're going to be getting into our next Shiller here coming up here in just a moment. But before we do, got to tell you, we look at timing in this show, so the first half hour is very fluctuating. Like there's a lot of little things, but we get to see the temperament of what the show can become over the next, I'd say, hour and a half, 2 hours in that level. We probably should be hitting right around 3:15 of that time. But I don't know, because right now we hit over 1,000 people. We're about to hit I'm going to stop for a second. We hit 1,101 right now. We got 1,101 and then we dropped down, like 2 people left. I was like, get back here. But here we are. Wait, let me go here and put my big old face right there and go like that. Bang. Where'd it go? Trader Max at the stage. There we go. Let's see. 1,101. There we go. We're 1,106 right now. Tired Dads with 2. SHARBI with 56. LFG with 169. NOHAT Solana 72. Thank you very much, NOHAT. But even though you only came up for a few minutes, you still kind of kicking it in. Just Lotto with 331. They're trying to catch up to Shogun Crypto. They're trying to catch up. Trader Max's YouTube channel is sitting at 7. I think some people left from my Mr. Max, Trader Max thing over there. Tired Dad Soul with 74, kicking it in there. Make sure that if you're watching here on those particular streams, if you're watching, make sure you share the love for what your coin is, that you're there to support. Get it into the chat room. Wherever you are, go to that link, get into that room and put the thumbs up, put whatever emoji in there, put the messages out there, tell them how much you love them, give them that share. We just hit 1,140, 1,129 right now. Keeps fluctuating back and forth. That's why concurrent numbers are really important. It's not just about how many viewers were here, it's how many are here right now. And we seem to be steadying out right about 1,130 right now. It's amazing. Like how we produce the algorithm here and the API on how we put it out to all these things. It's just been absolutely amazing. Mr. Quinton, who do we have up next?
Yes, sir. So up next is Alldldup. Actually, wait. No, I lied. Jordan, yes.
Okay. Here we go. I know he's had a little trouble with some stuff on Jordan. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Max. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Doing well. I know you had some time constraints, so I'm going to try to get you up here and get you on your way so you can get your shill going on.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're Jordan Peterson. We're based on the I guess, social, political personality, Jordan Peterson. And we launched about, gosh, I think 10 months now. We've been at this every single day, every single week. Our all-time high is around 500K. We've kind of come down from there. We're sitting around 25, 30K, bounce around in there. But we primarily do content, memes, video content. We were rolling around about 2 to 3 long form videos, about 3 long form for crypto, I should say, videos, 2 to 3 minutes for about 6-7 months, and we've kind of fallen off from that and are getting back to redoing our workflows there. But we're also, I think we're the only politify token that is followed by the actual personality. So we've got Jordan Peterson actually follows us and has retweeted some of our content, and so we're really just looking to build up the community and build up a following to get that monetization and really roll out some cool content, from monologues to kind of, Archer or James Bond style cartoons or videos.
That's awesome. Peterson is I was almost going to say in the name that you have it up here, but Peterson is a hard nut to crack, because I've watched him in the trading world as well. He's actually very proficient in the trading world. I didn't know if you guys knew that, in all things trading. It's not whether or not he's in crypto or what have you is remain to be seen. But being the fact that you have the eye of that's important too, that you have the follow of that system. That's awesome. And I know that you had some tweets and stuff out there or other things from him, which is pretty important. Yeah. So where do you see yourself with Jordan as everything is happening in the industry? He was part of that little bit of an onset with like Elon and all the networking there. And he's sort of in the cabinet in a way, unofficially, officially, who knows. How do you see this happening with JURDEN Peterson? I don't even know how to say it. I feel like an idiot when I try to say it. How do you see this interlocking with all that? What are you doing next? What's coming up for JURDEN?
Well, we see ourselves as a really, really long-term project, as something that can transcend just, you know, one bull market. With a person like that, you know, they have a lot to lose by involving themselves with us. And so,
of course,
so a lot of what we've been doing has been just trying to build up kind of that social proof. And in the long term, I don't know if it's partnering with him for payments for his university that he does, or whatever, or if it's a VIP meet greet. But our focus is really building our following, generating kind of this social proof and this trust, and whether or not that takes, you know, months or years, like, it doesn't really matter to us. We think that, you know, acting in good faith and pursuing that will end up paying off for us and our community in the long term.
Amazing. Good. Well, I'm glad you got a chance to come out and chill. I wanted to get you up here because I know you were telling the team that you had some time constraints. I do appreciate you doing that and making it quick and simple for us today. Please come back and let us know as new things release and come out for you. Come back and tell us what's going on, and be a part of what we're doing here as well. I appreciate you coming in. You're always welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. Take care. All right. That's how it's done there with JURDEN Peterson. I'm a fan because I like the psychological value of stuff, and because I'm in marketing and I have some degrees in the mentality there as well. But you know what? In this industry, it's not about politics for me in any part of this. It's always about the relationship that I build with like beautiful people like you. That's what I'm really looking forward into. Now, I know I had all dolled up, ready, geared up in the process, but I don't know if I should, you know, I need a thumbs up from Ghost if he's okay with me bringing him up. If he's driving, and I'm going to bring him now. Sharbi, I'm going to give you some extra time. I'm going to bring up Ghost real quick because I want to get him in and talking about Lotto. And then I'll bring up Sharbi next right after that. Normally I would do a panelist right after that, but I promise I want to do that and then bring them up if you guys are good with it. And then of course, we'll bring in Jamie and get Komal up here. And then we'll hear from our sponsor as we go through the last of it down below. All right, let me bring up Ghost. Now, prepare yourself. This guy's driving a spaceship through the world. You are muted, buddy. I can't hear you. So you're gonna have to. There you go. Reach up. Don't crash.
And I'm gonna pull over real quick. You know, I ain't trying to hit someone and let them hit the lotto off some kind of lawsuit or something. You know?
Yeah.
But we did just hit the lotto, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. First off and foremost, Trader Max, man, you are the one, the GOAT, man. You definitely know how to host shows. Definitely an honor to be up here a second time. A little different from the Shill space. I got my cleaning lady in the house, so I was like, let me get out real quick, run some errands. And I was kind of parked waiting, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna finally take off. And of course, you know, that's when he calls on me. But
I mean, I could wait. That's
I'll take the spotlight whenever it's handed to me. I'll be honest, you guys, I'm not much of a Shill artist. I definitely prefer to kind of do the hosting as well. So I do my own hosting on X Spaces, of course. We have a blast. It's daily. So if you want to tap into kind of understand what Lotto is about, you know, it started off just a Lotto and now it's a movement. You know, we talk about inspiring and uplifting and encouraging and motivating, really just trying to become the best version of yourself. The one thing about Lotto that I will say is on the Solana coin, you see a lot of pump and dumps. Let's just throw it out there. It's just a very volatile market. In the industry, everyone's really quick to, you know, chase the shining objects. And so what we've decided to do with Lotto was to be more captivating and allow people to find a long-term home, because there's really nothing worse than chasing those objects that are shiny and really just getting rug pulled left and right. So one thing that we did is we came up with a lot of fun things. Number one, he's showing on our website, we got the Lotto Ballers. There's some lore with they're dope, right? There is some lore with the Lotto Ballers, right? So the California lottery, that's where I'm from, California, born and raised, still here now. the California lottery has 69 lottery balls. So we took that and we put a spin on it. Shout out to Safe Moon YOLO, aka Baby YOLO. She's the one that's been designing and creating. And if you go into these NFTs, your mind will be blown. Breast cancer awareness to trafficking, human trafficking awareness. It's deeper than just cool little lottery ball guys, right? But on top of that, not only did they sell out in 17 minutes, which our community is second to none, no offense, but it's also the fact that there's something more to ours. Number one, we play poker twice a week. Friday, tomorrow, 6:30 Pacific Standard is our next game. We play Tuesdays and Thursdays. Trader Max, I told you last time, we'd love to have you. I'll take care of the
I'll
buying.
be there this week.
Let's go. Let's go. It's super fun and entertaining. The Lotto Ballers, if you own one, you get 50% off every single match. But also, we play twice a week, 104 games a year. So you get your money back and then some, even though they were close to $500 when we sold them. On top of that, there's a free tournament every month. The last Friday of every month, we play the Lotto Poker of the World Series of Lotto Poker. And the concept is you get points and money. And that allows you to play in December, which will be like the Big Bang tournament, if you will. The only thing I want to talk about, because I know my time is limited, is this Saturday, we have a live event. It's our first live event outside of course, Trader Max's show the second time around. But it's our first live event. We're taking a real-life lottery ball machine. And whatever number appears, if you own Lotto Baller, you hit the fucking lotto. You hit the lotto. With that being said, it's an amazing, amazing journey to be on, with opportunities to literally get rewarded for loyalty. And then the last thing I'll finalize up with, finish up with is shout out to SoulBank. We decided to farm our tokens on SoulBank with a group partnership with them. We have 640 million tokens being farmed right now, which is 64% of our supply. You don't need to put up any capital to farm with them. You literally just farm your lotto tokens. And every 8 hours, we're getting paid. So we're literally getting rewarded by long-term holding. And I know a portion of your show is going to talk about the art of hodling, hold on for dear life. You know, look, we're not here to convince you to buy. We're not here to convince you to hold or when to sell. We're here to let you know you can hang out with us. We could play karaoke on Thursdays. We could play poker on Tuesdays and Fridays. You could become the best version of yourself, whether you're a holder or not. You know, we don't shun anyone away if their resources are kind of funny. And we definitely don't shame you if you can't, you know, hold long term. But the ideology behind us is we're going to change the Solana network. We're going to show people that you can find a project that you can call home. You can enjoy yourself and decompress after a long day of work when you come and chill with us on our spaces. And most importantly, you could learn how to encourage others. You can learn how to inspire others. And you'd be surprised on how many people have came to us feeling down and out and actually came out of it feeling like a better version of themselves. It's all about perspective. It's all about doing that, you know, doing unto others what you want others to do unto you. And so we practice this belief system 24/7. Our spaces last night was deep as it gets, you know. So please don't worry about the token, man. Just worry about joining the community and seeing if it's something that you're into. And I'm sure of it. The token comes secondary. We've been above 2 million market cap for more days than we've been below 2 million market cap. Over 71 plus days now of being in business. And because the time is limited, I'll shut up. I love you. I'll talk your ear off if you let me. Everybody knows this.
I know, buddy.
But Trader Max, thank you for having me. More important.
You're welcome, brother. You know what? If you're running the spaces over there, I know they're going to be deep, dude. You just have that. There's a few people, and I wrote an article this morning about the commanding of, you know, that conversation is currency. And you are just abundance of wealth when it comes to that, right? With conversation. So you are inspirational because people, when you walk into a room and the people that are talking and you see a group of people listening and being a part of that, that's more important to me than any of the substance that you can actually deliver in hand, right? When you listen to good conversation, I listen to Jamie talk and I listen to you talk and I listen to others that just have this. When you got the knowledge and that value, even young Etta here, who is still young in age, but very valuable in the conversation, you heard it in her voice, her conviction of her art and her mentality there. every one of you, and you hear it in Brandon when he talks about his family and what that community is for us. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Komal a lot lately, so I don't know a lot about you yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to find out some more here. But Ghost, thank you so much for taking time out, sharing your spaceship with us. You know what I mean? Because if there is a rocket, I think you're in it right now, which is pretty cool.
Hey, I've never had a chance to own a dream car, man. Shout out to Elon Musk. The Cybertruck is fucking real. But I wanted to say something real quick, dude.
Yeah.
Etta actually jumped on one of our spaces before. God bless her. My daughter is 11. I got 3 daughters. My 11-year-old is like the most artistic child I've ever been around when it comes to drawing and whatnot. So I have such a fond appreciation for it. I met her father. I met Etta as well. They both came on the show. Such a wholesome vibe. Just wanted to say it's nice to see you again, and God bless you guys. I hope your project arrives, and please come back and tell us some updates on your show, on our show when it comes down to what you got in the mix. And that goes for all of you guys. I swear to you, have open mic every single day.
Yeah.
So there's no judgment or anything about projects. We want to know more and absorb more and learn from all of you guys. So God bless you, and again, thank you so much for having us. We love you guys.
You're welcome.
And it's a lot. It's a move.
There you go, buddy. You were rugging just a little bit. I hate using the word rugging, but you were staticky there for just a second. But I know it's the area that you're in. I appreciate you being here today, buddy. Thanks a lot. And he's safe to drive again. Good. Listen, that dude's inspirational as well, just in his own right. And what a great community they are over there at Lotto. I'm a big proponent of gambling. I don't have a gambling problem because I win a lot, but I do have a timing problem, which I don't get a lot of time to go do it, which I wish I did. Back in the day, I did. But as a real quick station identification, then we're going to bring up SHARBI here in just a second. But man, halfway through the show, 1 hour 40, or we're in 47 minutes into the show, sponsored by Tire Dads, and just a great panelist here. We are sitting at 1,563 concurrent viewers, and that is kick ass as far as I'm concerned, because it has so much value. It only takes one. It only takes one person to change your life, and having that opportunity to have 1,500 and plus people watching the show. SHARBI with 94, LFG Company with 243, kicking it in. No Hasselon, it broke 100. Just a Lotto, 439. Trying to catch up to us. We're cleaning house today. Yay for the algorithm working on our side as well. But you know what? He's also sending people over to ours as well. So I'm pretty sure we're getting a lot from him as well. Shogun Crypto's Trader. What? All-time high for Trader Max YouTube channel, up 10. Tire Dad's finally kicking in at 168. Awesome, Brandon. Nice work over there, getting it out there. Now, if you're watching at your respective streams, if I've named one of the coins in there that's sharing the stream in there, give them the thumbs up, give them the emoji, give them whatever it is. Send them a, hey, how you doing? Thanks a lot. This is what you're supporting. Get into that chat, get into that TG, and check them out as well. With that said, let's jump back down and bring up Alldldup from SHARBI Coin. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Max?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful, love. You know what? Thank you very much for.
You sound wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for being very patient with us. I knew I was going to have you up before those guys, but I wanted to get him in because I know they were everybody's got time issues today, right? So I hope you can stick it out. So we just wrote 1,600 now, so we're doing good. But SHARBI, thanks a lot for being here and sharing the stream as well.
Definitely, of course. I'm happy to be back. I'll make today very quick and short and do a short shill. I like Jordan, I can speak for a long time. So yeah, the cutoff,
No, you're good. I'll give you some extra props in there because
awesome.
You're awesome.
Thank you. So hello everybody. We're happy to be here today. SHARBI. So SHARBI is the queen of memes. We just turned 2 years old the week before last. We currently sit on the Solana and Base chain. And we're like an OG CTO, right? I think we were CTO when I didn't see the word CTO. And we formed a legalized DAO in November of 23. So we did our CTO around June, July 23. But we had a really strong group of us that came together, and the sentiment and the spirit of SHARBI, we weren't letting it go away. It was not meant to be here for 2 years at all. It was kind of launched as a LARP, and you know, we believed in her. We believe that there can be a female meme queen that reigns on the blockchains, and I want to see her become the highest market cap female meme coin out there. So what we did last March was we created something quickly. It's called SHARBI Dream Factory. We offer small to mid-sized projects services, whether you need legal services, development services. We have a white glove service volume bot on Solana. We can give you the volume you need, when you want it, how you want it, the day you want it. And we do, you know, trending services, etc. It's kind of like a hub for projects to go to get reliable services, because in the 2 years, right, we had utilities that didn't work. We met with devs who didn't perform, and that was kind of what gave us the idea for SHARBI. Why not take these connections we've built and offer these services to others? So we are a paid to hold meme token. We've paid about a little over $1 million back to our holders in the last 2 years. The whole idea behind SHARBI is we create revenue streams through the SHARBI Dream Factory. And with those revenue streams, we share those with our holders. We are getting ready to launch SHARBI.fun on the base chain. This is going to be our biggest utility to date. We have put a lot of time, energy, all the things you can think of as a team. We haven't taken it lightly. We are so happy with the platform. We are currently testing with our DAO team right now, which will move over to our BBC Boom Boom Capital group tomorrow. And, you know, we're just running it through the ringer, right? Different wallets. We're just testing it in every way and capacity that we can. And we're really excited about it. There is going to be a referral structure there where it's a tiered referral. So you can go in, you can create your own profile. And then once you create that profile, there will be a referral link. And obviously we want to onboard people to SHARBI.fun. So you share out that referral link, maybe with 10 people, and those 10 people share it with 10 people each.
Wow.
You're going to be getting back a portion of those fees, up to 25% for yourself. And automatically you can claim those every single day. You know, and there's a lot of other great things built into it. I won't go into everything today, but I can drive you to our Gitbook. If you go to our link tree on our main X page, click on the link tree, it will take you to the SHARBI Gitbook. This is, Gitbook is usually used for a technical analysis or a white paper, but we pivoted and used it to really explain our entire ecosystem. One, we're multi-chain. One, there's different facets to it, what falls under the Dream Factory umbrella. And you can go in there and just do your deep dive. You know, it's going to take some reading and time, but I think it's well worth it to understand kind of what we're doing here, what we're building and creating. And I'm just, you know, through the bear market, we just kept grinding and building. And, you know, we're really trying to create a brand here. And it's just wonderful. So we love coming to these spaces, love sharing. The goal is that you never have to sell your SHARBI because you're making enough passively. You don't have a reason to. So that's generational wealth in my book.
Alldldup, beautiful, great job. And see, the thing is, for me, as I look at longevity in this market, it's tough. You know, because, you know, everybody's just quick flash in the pan and off you go. Oh, I got utility. Yeah, I made a 2D game. You know, no, that's not utility. You can always tell how much effort and time has been put on in the structure of value, not just by the website. I don't judge books by a cover, but by the way that utility is built and that structure is built. And you guys have done a fantastic job. Most space hosts that have similar products and values would have ego involved. I have no ego involved. Like, even though that we have a volume bot and we got a lot of the stuff, we don't have like everything you have. You have everything so well put together. And I want to hold that space one day in 2 years from now. What does Shogun look like? You know, because what we built in 6 months is pretty powerful. But what you have built is such a structure and a thing for everybody. And I want the people that are watching, of course, do your own research, deep dive. She has some great stuff back there. You want to look into that. We are doing a cat collective coin on Wednesday of next week, but we also, the female perspective, strong women. I'm a firm believer in that mentality. I don't teach. I have a martial arts studio, and everybody's like, do you teach women self-defense? No, I teach person self-defense. But some of my strongest black belts in my community are women. And that's what I teach. I teach strength amongst every class of person, but I find that women black belts are super strong. And in my case, I see you as a potential to be a super black belt at that level. So
I love that. Well, you know what? I just have to say that there's, kind of the motto in my mind and what I think about every day is like having people expect more from a meme coin, because there can be more. And I think it's going to be the projects here that continue to build. I'm not going to say everything we've done has worked. Okay. We've scrapped more utility than we have put out there, but we have that passion, and we are so early. Like, we're forging through this Wild West, and there's going to be those projects that stick with it, that stay, and they create those sustainable things that will stand the test of time, no matter what we go through. Because there's, it's ebbs and flows all the time, as we know. And I appreciate that. And for the women piece, I always say that I don't use the word empower women. I think we're already all powerful, and some just need to figure out how to use that power. And I want to do that. Like, if I can be here and help any woman in the space figure out how to use that power, because she already has it. She has it all inside her. You just got it.
I think you're an inspiration, not just to women though, but you're inspiration to everybody. So keep up the great work. You lead by example. That's powerful. Make sure you check out. You're welcome. You check out SHARBI, the trusted person here at Shogun, as we deliver our stuff in as well. Thanks, Alldldup. We'll see you soon.
See y'all soon. Thank you.
Now, this is how this stuff works, right? We talk to all kinds of people. Like, SHARBI's going to stick around. I hope to stick around for the next portion, after we go through the panelists here. I think, Mr. Quinton, that's all of the Shiller directly, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before, I want to make sure that Komal is available. We'll be talking to him, not next, but right after Jamie. We're going to bring Jamie up from SL Society Library. We just hit a great year, 1779, or it was 1776 there for a second. And now, 1770, okay, there it is, 1780 now. It's jumping all over the place. People are coming and going. They're being a part of it. I want to do just a quick identification here that you're watching the Shogun Gun Show. And if you are in one of the streams of our panelists, please put the thumbs up, share that stuff out there. Get more and more people to the system over there, because it's important to share that network out so they can get the exposure for all the hard work they're doing. Right now, we have lineup. SHARBI token is at 118. Please stick around with us, SHARBI. Absolutely wonderful. LFGO community, sorry, 276. NOHAT Salon is still in there. Mr. I had to go. He must have left his thing on. He just left it on the whole time. I love that guy. So awesome. Just a Lotto driving down the road at 494. Isn't even a panelist on the show today, but look at the share of love there. Mr. Trader Max at 16. Shogun Crypto's at 546. We're really kicking the algorithm today. And Trader Max's YouTube channel is hanging on at 6 right now. That's impressive. It looks like Amy brought some people, which is awesome. Maybe Clark's over there. Tire Dad at 224, kicking it in, getting the sleepers in there. Awesome. We appreciate everybody's doing their bit and their part of the process. Thank you so much. So up next in this next portion, Mr. Quinton, you good?
Yes, sir.
I have to make sure I check on him every once in a while. He's not sleeping over there. This kid's notorious for just slacking off. No, that's one of the hardest working boys I've ever had the pleasure to work with, even though I am biased, a little biased. Jamie, thank you so much for being here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for being so patient and being on camera with us as well. Tell us a little bit about what the Society Library is, and what your part of it is there with us.
Yeah, sure. So SL is a token that was actually gifted to a charity that I run called the Society Library. I think it was about like 3 months ago. Someone really big in the crypto space, it was AI16Z Shaw, who has actually done volunteer work for us in the past, he tweeted out to the crypto community that people should support our organization. And then a meme token was made out of the Society Library called SL. And I think one of the panelist discussions today is about hodling. And so I think that I can definitely bring a different perspective, because we were completely surprised by the creation of SL, and we've been building the plane as it's been flying. So fortunately for people who care about SL, I'm probably one of the most dogged, competitive, hardworking folks that you may be able to find when it comes to building technology. So we've been working on, giving it utility, moving it into a governance token. We already released 2 AI agents with utility that you can just use for free right now. So yeah, I'll stop there, but I'm excited to talk about hodling, because having grit seems to be not only really important in life, but also in this project.
Absolutely. Awesome. So under the AI agent stuff, I mean, I know that you have a lot of stuff on Twitter, and you have X formatted stuff, which is awesome. And the database, we can go in probably a dog's age on everything you guys have created over there. So where do you see this going for you? I mean, we're going to talk about that heavily in the hodling side of it, but the collection of AIs and these AI agents that you've seen, we're seeing a lot of fake it till you make it kind of products that are coming out now, so they can kind of capture that level. But you guys are the real deal. You got the grit in the game, and that's what I really appreciate. Can you speak more about the actual agents themselves?
Totally. So, we already released 2 agents. One is called the Muse of Truth, and the other is called the Muse of Research. And you can talk to them on X, Telegram, and Discord. If you tag the Muse of Truth on an X post, she will just fact check the X post. She is not just an LLM wrapper. It's actually a lot of proprietary search technology. We call it the bifocal browser. So she searches a spread of different places. And then she has, oh gosh, it's been a minute since I've recited this particular metric, but I think it's at least 12 pages of expert instructions coming from our epistemological background of how to go about deconstructing and analyzing that content, and then providing a fact check. And then there's the Muse of Research. She searches podcasts, YouTube videos, websites, books, and scholarly articles in order to retrieve references that are relevant to you. She's also available on X, Telegram, and Discord. But really where we see this is going is, speaking of hodling, when I moved to the Bay Area in order to found my technical charity, which is the Society Library, the first advisor we ever had, he worked with the DoD, and he said that I showed up to the Bay Area with shoestring and bubblegum. And since then, we've done projects at varying levels of government. We've worked with a large language model company. We've done scientific field mapping. So we've come an incredibly long way technologically, and in partnerships, and in terms of the impact that we've been able to have since that time. And so, the Muses were all about taking internal technology that we had built for our pipeline and democratizing and decentralizing access to it through AI agents software. And so where we're moving to is actually just taking the full pipeline of integrated tools and bringing that to the community. So SL is moving into, we're experimenting with the brand, the Crypto Congress. So one of the challenges that we have as a civilization is that pertinent knowledge is like relevant knowledge that we need to make sense of things is scattered all over the web and world. And then of course people have values and preferences that they also want to weigh in on complex issues in addition to actually seeing the evidence and data. And so we are now working on taking all of our technology, integrating it all together so that members of the Crypto Congress can use SL as a governance token to figure out which buttons they want to push of our technology to make sense quickly of complex issues, visualize that, and then vote on essentially what the Congress thinks about a given issue. So, as we're debating things like, should Doge be taking XYZ action? And I'm talking about the US federal agency.
Yeah, not the court.
Yeah, they can press our intelligence buttons and we collect and organize all of that knowledge. And then, collectively the delegation can vote. So the internet has a voice saying, well, we think collectively this should happen or this should not happen, or et cetera.
Absolutely. Wow. There's so much to unpack in the mentality of what you have contributed. And a lot of people don't even realize how powerful it really is, because it's not directly related to the coin value of something. Your utility is to the world, not just to the cryptocurrency network. So that's always something to, when people are looking at the HODL status as well, is it's more, I think hodl status is more of a greed thing than anything else, but we'll talk about it, like you said, in the next part of it. Thank you so much, Jamie.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me back.
Your story. Yeah, of course. You know, you're still here. So as we get into the next segments here, we're going to just, because there's no more Shillers down below, we're just going to go right through the panelists here. And I want to give everybody their due. We're going to bring up Komal from the LFG token right now. And then Brandon, of course, being the sponsor for the show of Tired Dads. I want to thank you very much. We just hit 1,900 people right before LFG goes on. Come on, 1,900. Come on, guys. One more person. Go. There you go. 1901. That's a good gun. 1901. Let me do a quick screen share. And boom, there's a person. I know this is egotistical. I can't help it because I'm so proud of my team when we see these kind of things. Just kicking in. And Shogun Crypto is kicking out with 603, 518 for Just Lotto. LFG Community kicking. I can't wait to hear from them. 290. SHARBI Token 126. Tired Dad on Soul 239. Community's coming together, buddy. It's coming in. All those tired dads are waking up, getting the babies out of their arms. I think I got everybody in there. No hats, Alana. Thank you so much. I'm still being here with your guys in there as well. All right. Next up, we got the LFG token with Komal, CTO lead. How you doing today?
I'm good, Trader Max. Thank you for having me. Pretty tired. It's 2 a.m.
I'm so sorry. I put you last.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's not the first time I've been up. Actually, I did a stream with SHARBI. She was kind enough to invite me, and it was the same. I was up till silly o'clock in the morning, and then normally I'm up at 6. Then I have to take my daughter to school. So yeah, I will not get much sleep tonight.
Yeah,
but it's always a pleasure.
Section is tough.
Yeah, but no, it's okay. It's always a pleasure. It's always nice to be on a panel, and looks like we've got an amazing panel today, and great to hear the projects that have shilled as well. So. Definitely look forward to connecting with all of you pretty much. Now, LFGO initially was launched on Pump Fun on the 8th of April. It had the red Lego logo. So you can see our logo here. It's much different to the original Lego logo. And the dev basically did what they tend to do on Pump Fun without saying anything negative.
I know that's a tough thing, though. You know, it's like it's a CTO and everybody can
that
just see
situation happened, and then a CTO happened, and some other stuff happened. And the following day, the 9th of April, myself and a few other people from the Telegram set up new socials, new Telegram, and decided to take over. I think around 27 hours from the initial launch on Pump Fun, we did our first X space after hosting VCs in Telegram, trying to keep the community together. Basically, just ran with the narrative of like, this is going to be the first anti-rug token from Pump Fun. No matter what, we will not let this rug. So let's band together, and because a lot of people have had those bad experiences, right, on Pump Fun, and at the time that kind of became the norm. Everyone was happy to get together. We started planning, strategizing. We did our first space for the first 45 minutes. I think it was just about 6 to 8 of us. And we were just having a general conversation. It wasn't really even about crypto. It was just getting to know each other. And Ran Nooner of Crypto Banter joined. And our space blew up to, I think it was something like 800 plus people, if I can recall correctly, or more. And our market cap when we took over was 38K, and from there it was like 1.6 million, down a little bit, and then within 57 days we hit 36 million.
Wow.
If you go back to the chart, yeah. So, and that was done all organic. The only help support we had was from Crypto Banter. Ran was talking about us a fair bit. He loved the content that the community was creating. So part of the strategies when we were discussing within the VCs in Telegram and also on X Spaces, because not all the members of LFGO community were in Telegram, so it made sense for us to host VCs and Spaces on both platforms. And by doing that, we were able to brainstorm amongst community members, amongst holders, rather than just deciding as the people that just took over and did the CTO to lead the project. So we brainstormed, and this is where the AI content we started to create, the memes. I think we have well over 20,000 memes. The community is actually uploading all of them to our website. This website was actually created by Hello Moon, if you're familiar with them. one of the
Yes.
best Web3 developers in the space. Cost us a lot of money. I'm not going to put a figure on it, but yeah, it
Yes,
cost us a
the
lot.
best, but one of the most expensive.
Yes, and it's
But it's
actually the reason why we did go with them was because our original website, which was created by community members, was becoming very slow and sluggish to load. So for that reason, it made sense to go and build a fully customizable content management system. Now we can actually sell the content management system to other projects. We can also onboard other projects to have their own profiles on the website and have all of their content in one place. So you can see we have quite impressive partners. We've had great shout outs from various different influencers, prominent figures in the space. And it's just been a whole community movement. You know, I know Murad likes to say cult, but we like to call ourselves a family. We're not a cult, specifically for the negative reasons associated and terms associated to the term itself. So yeah, we like to say we're like a family-run business, right? Which is just going to get passed down generations and generations, and it's going to continue to thrive because we will continue to innovate, and it's all about having fun, right? So we've had a lot of fun doing this. I'm still here, 10 months in, regardless of the price. It really doesn't bother me. If somebody comes in and calls me a rugger or a scammer, I'm like, well, prove it. Everything's on the blockchain. Because if I've done anything bad, then I wouldn't really be here at this price. I would have left when we were at 36 million or 28 million or whatever, right? So it's nice when people do come and point fingers, because I just like to laugh at them and say, I'm still here. So prove what you have.
Well, the concept of FUD is, you know, it's just that you have to feed them the information, right? So, you know, remove the fear and replace it with feed, you know, and the value here is like, if you're not getting FUD, then you're not doing something, right? If you're not getting any FUD whatsoever, you're either really good at hiding shit or you don't make any mistakes. And if that's the case, then, you know, you gotta be okay with somebody coming at you and pointing a finger at you every once in a while, because that's just going to strengthen your soul in the process. But thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I am happy to call it out on Spaces and even into a Telegram. Like, okay, I had a DM from this. This is a screenshot. Here you go. Tell me, what do you guys think, to the whole community? Because I know our community, our family is strong. And
absolutely, what
we're working on now is just basically gaining supply control, and and then the time is to go back up.
All right, without doing a real quick station identification, thank you so much, Komal, for being in here. We're going to be getting up to our next portion here, but we want to talk to Brandon from Tired Dad here in just a second. But to let you all know that right at the top of the hour, you know, about 12 minutes ago, we were vibrating around 1,900 something people. We just hit 2,000 plus. I don't need to show the numbers here at this point because we know how inspirational that is to everybody here. And when we first started this space many moons ago, last year in September, I was doing something called the Mad Show. It was me and this guy Andrew, who's since then moved on into the world, we'll just say. But in the concept of that, I think the most we ever got was like 85 something people. Okay, concurrent viewers, like 85. And when we put a full team together, like 10 people going out to meet people and try to bring people in, it can only really ever get 85. And I never knew why, like we couldn't get numbers to work. But then when Quentin and I made this show and tested it on a Friday and we got 350, I knew we were destined for greatness, because people love seeing, even though that this is a face for radio, the people still love seeing and feeling and seeing the stuff that's being built. And that's why we have this consistent value. For a little while, we dropped down in numbers, and we came back up again. But again, our highest show we've done has been 3,600 in the all-time high. I'm pretty sure we're going to hit that because we got about 45 minutes and this thing is climbing pretty fast. So make sure that you get a chance to share it out there. And it's because of all of you. If you're watching on one of the perspective streams from the coins, from Jamie's SL, or from anybody, Etta's stream, Komal's stream, Tired Dad, even some of the ones that really didn't set anything up in there, just came in and just set it up anyway. You know, we didn't even ask them to do that, and they were doing it and sharing that love out, especially with Lotto, with all you guys. You guys are really kicking it out there. We're 629 and Lotto is 535. We got another big hitter in there, LFG with your coin, 342. Thank you so much. Make sure that you share the love in there. Now, today's sponsor is one near and dear to my heart, because the tired dad mentality is something that I resonate pretty strong with. And not just as a pun either, right? Like I've said this quite a bit. You guys have been such a great asset to us. And sponsoring the show today, we've revested that original money that you got into our bot system in our network. We put 25% back into your coin from everything that you spent with us. So we vest back into you as well. And our portfolio, which was up 19% earlier before the show, is now up to 22%. So we can't thank you enough for doing the good job, but we also know what side our bread is buttered on. Welcome.
I appreciate it.
Brandon, for being here on the show today. And being one of our sponsors here. Why don't you fill it? Because we've had a chance to speak. We spoke to Mac. We spoke to young Skylar the other day. From your perspective, because you're the actual dev, the one who developed the coin from the beginning, could you give us, do you want to share your screen? You want me to share the stuff for you?
You can share it if you don't mind.
No,
I'll talk away.
Bring this up here. I'm going to go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah. So pretty much it's been a whirlwind. Let's just put it that way. A lot of tough acts to follow here. People that have been well established for months and years. I mean, it's awesome to hear where everybody has came from. We are just at 2 weeks. So this thing, I ultimately started this coin after obviously everybody else getting rug pulled all the time. So I was like, you know what? It's hard to find people to trust in this field, but I met a lot of great people along the way. And I'm like, I feel like I'll make this coin. It's going to be anti-rug on my end, at least. And then from a lot of my team members as well. So created the coin, something that resonated with a lot of people, which is tired dads, but we welcome everybody, mothers, grandparents. We got them all in our Telegram community. So pretty much what happened was, it did resonate with a lot of people. I showed my face from the beginning. I've done YouTube lives, TikTok lives every single night. I'm not hiding behind anything. And I think people really felt the authenticity on my thoughts behind this coin. And it's blown up. We are doing a lot behind the scenes in a short period of time. I didn't come into this with like a team. You know what I mean? I came in this literally solo, not expecting it to quite catch wildfire like this. So it is.
You have a team now. You have a team now.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
You have people that are. I mean, you have like Mac and Skylar, and you got this great designer.
I wouldn't
all
be
these
anywhere.
Great people. Yeah.
I wouldn't be anywhere without my team, and man, those guys are awesome. I can't thank them enough. But originally, that's just kind of why. In the beginning, it seemed like we were scrambling because it literally was just me. And then once I found a group of people that are, one, experienced in the industry, two, the most important thing to me is trust. Once I established that team, we've hit the ground running since then.
Yeah. Well, 8 days ago, I mean, you've been around for 15 days, and about halfway through that journey, we met you from that process. And when I first met, the group and everybody with Mac and you and everybody else that was there, I immediately resonated. Like this was something that I knew, yes, it's super simple. Like tired dads, like, okay, why are they tired? Not all dads are great, right? But those that are always tired. I can tell you that right now. And you can understand what that means too, because you're
100%.
You're helping mom take care of baby, you're helping family, you're working, you're deliberating, you're trying to figure something out for the future. And you personally, you have like several different things, jobs and networks that you do. How do you find yourself juggling that? I hate to say, like, I'm putting you under the fire here of an interview question, right? But how do you handle a lot of that stress? I mean, this is stress. This is stress. Being tired is like cortisol and everything else hitting you all at once. How do you handle stresses with everything that you do?
So really, I've become, as far as handling this project and the stress, which it was a lot more stressful than I could have ever imagined. Because you do feel the weight of everybody on your shoulders as the creator. But the way I handle is I learned to delegate. I learned to trust my team. At first, I've opened a couple businesses by myself. I've always had a really hard time giving power to anybody. But in this space, there's a lot more people that are much smarter than me. And I've learned to delegate those tasks to those people, and it's reflecting in the chart. It's reflecting in the community. But yeah, it's still definitely stressful. Hence the tired dad aspect, working full time, I have 2 daughters, have a side business. Now this business feels like a full-time business. So now I feel like I have 3 businesses.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's a lot to take in, but if I can emphasize one thing, this isn't my coin anymore. It's my community's coin. And we're all collaborating together, coming up with ideas as a community. So it's kind of cool to see everybody come together as one. I get messages all the time that are like, man, I love this community. I'm having so much fun. I've met some great friends. And it's really making me speak with conviction now to where this is something special and we're only just beginning.
Yeah. I think one of the other things too that we had seen is when we first met, there was some things that you had that you didn't have that you wanted to build, but you were unsure where to build them at. And I'm so glad. And this is not just a shameless plug for my son or for Mr. Quinton and WebForge and all that stuff, but our utilities were able to help you deliver on some real structure, the system, like the website and those kind of things. How easy was, like, for other coins that are out there? Because I want you to explain to them too. I know Mac was dealing with mostly with Mr. Quinton, but the effects of what we delivered, like with our systems and our solutions, like the bots and the volume and all that stuff, what has that done for the coin itself? And
I mean, it's definitely brought some more. If you look at the chart, I mean, it's definitely brought some more stability among what you're seeing. I mean, we actually had a little climb since yesterday, kind of evening time frame. But my team behind the scenes, I mean, but yeah, what you've offered has definitely helped with stability. It's educated people as well, which has also been another key factor.
Yeah, it's one thing to look at a chart and be like, okay, these are guys that are in there working. You can kind of see the value of workmanship that's there. Of course, everything's going to falter. But when you see a projective climb like this, that's not set behind deviation, these big giant God candles that'll come on from big investors. This is community push and outreach.
Exactly.
This is the understanding what volume control really does. And when it's used properly, when it's not used to fish out tokens and drop people and do all that stuff, when people know what they're doing with the tools that they have, this is the result. So you've been sitting at this level now. And again, you're still pretty young in the tooth, being at 8 to 15 days old. But this kind of progression is, if it's continued on, just double down and keep moving forward and keep doing like you've been doing, investing in your outreach and talking to the people and building community and building alliances. This is where your real power is. As somebody who's built a pretty powerful network, I see such great opportunity with us as we go forward to build that. What we're looking, I'm pointing over to my screen like you can see it now. But this venture that you started with, you're starting to see what the value there, and it's just keep it up, keep doing whatever you're doing right now. Just keep doing it and just double and keep moving forward.
Yep. And we do have some things, definitely in the works, which we might get into that in the alpha section. But being that we're only 2 weeks, we've definitely accomplished a lot so far. We have some people that are investing in us as well, marketing wise, which is going to be helping us tremendously in the next coming weeks.
And we're here with you as well. So as we appreciate everything that you've done and being a sponsor for today's show, you've helped us afford to be able to get this information out to others. And thank you very much for being here today. I know Tired Dads is that subject of a play on words, but being a part of that society, you don't just have to be a tired dad, right? You could be anybody in that point. We're all born from some dad somewhere, somehow, whether you have a good one or a bad one, or either way, it doesn't really matter. But the philosophy, what you've done has been brilliant.
I do want to give a shout out though to the mothers in the household. I mean, you guys, my wife does so much. I'll tell you what, going to work is by far easier than staying home and watching 2 kids and cleaning up. So this is just more of a mental health awareness for the dads, but the moms. But
you don't want to be murdered in your sleep. Yes.
No. But I'm not taking credit away from the mothers. That's by far the hardest job out there.
Oh yeah. Listen, everybody's got a place in the network of life, right? And my wife is, when I won't say she support, like she is a professional realtor. And I support her and she supports me. It's a 2 thing, exhausted moms, tired dads, just plain old blown away into, we can make a family coin, we can do it all. But I love this part of the process because sometimes dads are kind of overlooked in some of the stuff that's there. So that's a necessity, to let you know that we appreciate your tiredness, whether or not it's from your logo. That guy scares me. Like, I don't know what's he really tired from? But you're absolutely right. And I appreciate the acknowledgement because yes, we have a lot of powerful moms out there as well in the network. All right. So I'd say we're like halfway through the show, but we're not. That was only the shill portion of the show. Damn it. Now we got about 7 more hours worth of other stuff. No, but we're going to jump into the next portion, which is our chill portion, where we get a chance to have a conversation about a topic that's in the industry. And I want to hear, I'm going to bring up some other people that are still here. But I want to give opportunity and be very respectful for anybody and their time. But we're going to sort of bring up Alldldup to the process here. I'm going to try to go down the list of people. I know I Am Ghost is still here. I'm going to try to bring up, see if he's available to talk as well. But in this condition, we're going to talk about this next thing here, which is hold on for dear life. Now, back in 2013, if I remember the lore properly, and correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows, somebody in a Bitcoin group or something said something of, holding, and they misspelled the word holding to HODLING. And somebody made fun of them, and then it just kept on going and going and going. And it came to this thing of holding, which is like hold on for dear life, became an acronym in a way, like everything does that's supposed to be funny. But what I want to talk about today, and which I'll open the floor up here for anybody who wants to chime in, is that the understanding of holding on for dear life is that buy in and hold forever, right? But what most people forget is you're in this to make some money too. How does is the coin relevant to making money? Is it about the utility? It really depends. There's so many different coin mechanics that are here today. And I kind of want to hear from everybody, and I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to speak. So I guess I'm just going to pick on people, come out and you say your piece in the process and kind of moderate it right there. Keep it to a couple minutes. And let me know, how important is holding on for dear life? And as soon as he walked away from the camera, I'm going to call him. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that to him. But in fact, you know what? Let's do it in the opposite. Etta, are you still there?
Yes, I am still here.
So your community is very artistic, very valued, very family friendly. How important is your coin mechanics of holding on for dear life, and what does it do for you, and how do you represent that in your coining community?
I would say when we're holding coin for dear life, I would really appreciate the support and really holding, and because right now the market cap is considered low. So when people buy in, we would like them to really just hold the floor until we get the chart off, because of course we want people to have a profit and also get a bag and also have something to really get out of from the project. So we just really encourage people to stay in the community because we're working hard every single day, and we not only want to express artistic arts and different expressions of oneself, but as well as giving people the opportunity to make money as well.
Absolutely. And I think that is important. The market cap does make a difference in the holding pattern that most people do at that level. When we first started, we started in a fair sale. So everybody got like the floor. And I told people to hold as long as you can, but the coin is only about making the money to build the stuff behind it and structure. So I see that in yours as well. Like the low, I think you're sitting, I don't know what you're sitting at right now, but it really doesn't even matter at that point. It's a low barrier of entry for any investor that's on. If you've looked at the value of the artistic value of what Etta has brought, then you have an opportunity to buy, like you're buying fine art at that level or behind the series of art. And that's important, being a part of that, holding on, being a believer. That's a different level than the trader that's coming on, right? He's twitching and he's like, I need dopamine, I feel like that holding pattern changes as soon as that relative coin changes as well. But thank you for bringing that point.
Thank you.
By the way, we're going to be vesting in as well because I love when I saw the manga style value of that today. I was telling Quentin that we in our portfolio, we need more artistic coins in there as well. So we're going to be adding yours to our portfolio as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because I just want people to really experience the artistic part, but also in the future, I want traders to also be able to make a profit out of this project as well. So I want to really keep the production value as high as I possibly can.
Yeah, and that's movement on the chart. You know, that comes down from people being involved and putting product in and taking product out and doing what they have to do. So we'll be a part of that in our portfolio outreach for it because we believe in your coin and what you're doing.
Thank you.
Okay. Up next, I guess let's do it a little bit differently. SHARBI, how about you? What do you got for us on the? I know you could probably talk for days on this because you have a lot of great theories in this process. Are you there, Alldldup? Stepped away, crickets. Okay. All right, let's bring up. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Jamie, what do you think about the holding pattern? What's how important it is to certain coins?
Yeah, I guess I can bring a different perspective because, you know, my organization was launched into this space. We didn't choose it. It just kind of happened to us. So I would say that, like, I really appreciate the SL community for holding on for dear life because, you know, we're not an organization that can just pick up and go to the Bahamas. So this entire process has meant meeting with lawyers and speaking with tokenomics experts and speaking with donors of my charity proper, some of whom have made tens of millions of dollars on crypto, and like getting their expertise and their guidance and advice. And so, you know, when it comes to decision making, there are, of course, logical fallacies like the sunk cost fallacy, where you hold on for too long. So, you know, how some people interact with crypto is that they are trying to turn crypto into cash, and then there's people who try to turn cash into crypto. So it just depends on the project that you're looking at and how much you believe it actually has longevity. When it comes to meme tokens, you know, I guess maybe one way of framing it and looking at it is this going to be a laugh for quite a long time? But for projects like ours, it's the question is, can something absolutely legendary happen from this project that I am going to be so excited about having been involved in for a long period of time? And of course, that can mean many other things, but you know, moving into the governance direction, it means like really being a part and like holding even a small part of something that maybe the likes of which have never been seen in the meme token space before. So it all just depends on like where your center of value is and whether or not that's worth holding on to.
Yeah, there's no one form fits all, right? So, and I think that's important as well. It's like from what you're saying is to educate yourself on what your status is, even in your own network, and get that out there and let people know that, because there's sometimes it's like you got really strict values of, you know, like a meme coin comes out and they're like, everybody's got to hold. And, you know, one person sells after having it for a week because the laugh for them ended like 7 days ago, right? So they're like, well, I don't really have a connection here. I'm out. And I think that's something too, is that look at the type of people that you're attracting to your network and apply that status to some. Like I relinquished a while ago, you know, for our coin, we were up above 3 million for a long time. And then people started to slowly sell up because they were getting impatient because they wanted to see revenue share. They wanted to see all this stuff. But what most people don't realize, when you invest long-term into something, there's no ROI today. You buy a building that you're putting like my dojo is 4 years old and we just hit break even like 2 months ago. So, you know, after 3.5 years of doing that every day, going in and turning the lights on and flushing the toilet every day, you know, it finally started to pay something, not a lot, but just something, you know, and most people forget that. But you're right. Find the people, see what fits, apply the hold status to those that it applied to, and those that it doesn't. It is what it is. But thank you for sharing your point of view. All right, he's back in front of the camera again. Mr. Ghost, sir, how do you feel about the hold'll status, and what can you bring to the table? How important it is for your community?
So I'm like I'm a little bit different with this. I think it's more important to focus on what you're doing and what you believe in, right? And I think that the like-minded individuals will essentially gravitate to your project. And at that point, holding on for dear life is inevitable. I think that you can kind of see with our chart, our volume is so low, but we've been holding 2 million market cap, literally just hugging it for a month. So if you're looking for instant gratification, you're going to scurry off as soon as you drop a little bit of funds in there and it doesn't move. So for me, it's weird, right? It's like holding on for dear life. It shouldn't feel like you're holding on for dear life. I feel like you should join projects and movements to where You're holding on because you want to, not because it's like, oh my God. If you're like really practicing the proper risk management and you're not putting in resources that you need anytime soon, you're holding on for the journey, right? Not because you're in fear. The price action goes down and it's like now you got to hold on for dear life because now it gets temptations to kind of sell. So my whole thought process of it is like, look, join communities that you can really like thrive in. The ones that you can be creative, the ones that make you feel at home, the ones that, it doesn't feel like you're holding on to anything more than a ticket to the show. That to me is what's so important, because I do believe in the HODL process. I've made a lot of good money trading because I'm a trader. Like that's what I love doing. I made a lot of good money by finding things that are kind of beat up and technically holding on for dear life. But I also think it's because of my approach. I ease myself into some of these positions. So if you're really smart about it and you look for like an opportunity, right? Like we'll say DeepSeek came out or whatever, right? And the video went down 19%. So for me, I'm like, yo, wait, what? So yeah, dude, I started accumulating calls for after their earnings on the 27th of February. So that way, even just the IV alone should kind of bring me up to par. So yeah, it started to go against me. And you do feel like you're holding on for dear life because especially options, they can go to zero just like a meme coin. So I think it's more important to like understand if you're holding on for dear life, it's because your conviction is there. It's because you actually think the project is going to go places. And I think if you can master the art of understanding why you're hodling, it doesn't feel like it's for dear life any longer. It feels like it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To hold on because you believe in the community makes for a very much longer acronym than the HODL side of it, right? You have something, Jamie, you want to check in?
I just had to say that was so well said. Like that was so well said. It's how I feel as well, but you definitely put it into words better than I could.
You actually did pretty well yourself. But he's the pro at this stuff, man. It's awesome. I love it. I love not being the only person with the gift of gab in there. But in the concept, Alldldup, are you back up again? You still here?
I am. Thank you. I'm having an osmosis system installed, so I can like drink tap water and feel okay with it.
Yeah.
And he had to leave. He had to leave. I'm like, I'm on his Spaces. I'm sorry. And then he's like standing there. I'm like, okay, I gotta pay him so he can go.
No worries.
So it's so hard because SHARBI is the first project I came into, and I'm the wife of a trader who got into crypto 2020. And I was just the wife who was like, why are you on your phone so much? And like, he's in the bathroom for 45 minutes. No, I'm kidding. I'm like, just do your thing. And when SHARBI rolled out, it was a group that he knew that had gotten into it really early and like day one. And so like a month into it, so he comes and he's like, you have to get a Telegram and an X account. And I was like, no. And so like after 24 hours, I was like, fine. And I haven't left since that day. I think that was like 700 days ago. I've been here every day. But so I was on that learning curve, right? Because there is, like what's been said, there's those two mentalities. There are those traders that are looking for that shiny, like the hype, the in and out. That's okay. There's also those projects where I feel like projects that are building something sustainable, they're adding value to Web3. They are going to have that longevity, and there's going to be the investor that's looking for that, right? If someone's like, where can I go? I see these meme coins with utility. They're building, they have a community, been here for 2 years, been here for a year, whatever. Like that team has proof of work.
Yeah.
I think that is somewhere where they might go, and that investor, right? It's not a one size fits all. As far as hold on for dear life, I'm so passionate, right? When you are working directly in a project, maybe you're a dev, maybe you're a project leader, you have conviction in that 100%. It doesn't mean that I don't own other tokens, right? And I don't hold for dear life and believe in other projects. You can, that's across the board. And I think with holding, like, if you are going to hold, like, I think the biggest thing is like respect for your project's chart.
That's the tough part, man.
respect the chart and have respect for it, especially, you know, there are people, like, things will happen in life, like it's happened in SHARBI, right? Like, I have to get, I have to exit. Just have respect for your chart and reach out to your community. I think that's an important thing. But I don't even, so being SHARBI's my first project, my husband never taught me how to sell, so I don't know, like.
So you're saying you don't know how to sell? Okay,
I just hold. But you know, I do believe that when you do your research, it's such an important piece. You know, I mean, this is Web3. I've become friends with someone for 8 months that wasn't that person. It happens here, right? I think the gut is really important, how you feel. And there's going to be people who come into your community and they vibe there. They click. They feel like they belong. And that's what about, because there's room for all of us. There is room for all of us and more. And just like you said, like, you guys have a volume bot, so do we, but that's okay because there's room for all of us.
Oh my God, there's so much room.
There's so much room. And so we support each other, we network, we grow, we help each other. And I think that it's when you have that and you find that in this space, you just hold on for dear life. So.
There you go. So I'm going to kind of jump in and let LFG come up and go in a second, but I appreciate what you're saying. So, and I was trying to get to, I do this thing called gap. Give somebody to do something in A and give somebody else to do something in C, and they find a way to develop it in B somewhere. And I'm a believer in that ocular training. In this, what I'm trying to bring out as a point is that if you notice, I never said hold as a coin mentality. So the stasis of hold on for dear life is not just about your coin. It's about your community. It's about your vision. It's about your prowess. And all of you have that. As devs, that's easy, right? For me, I'll never sell. I have my network. I own 78% of the coin myself personally, right? Because I bought in for that process. I own that. I'll never go anywhere, right? They're locked in. They're in for life. My family has it. My friends have it. My power people have it. Those that don't, they get out their conviction. That's okay. Thanks for the volume. See you later. Love you. Bye-bye. But the power of our community, there's probably about 20 or 30 of us that is really strong that we're holding on for there. So I gave that out just for a little bit for LFGO. Thank you so much for sticking around with us, LFG. I know it's still late. What's your status of hold on for dear life and the mentality for you and your community?
I think it just comes down to when you're in a project, especially when it's a CTO, depending on when it happens, I think people need to know, people have to look at the tokenomics wallet, supply distribution. You need to do a lot of research when you're going and investing into projects. I mean, like, look at the Trump token, right? When it launched, everyone was told don't buy bundled tokens. But the Trump token, everyone went aped into the Trump token, right? Bundled. But things have changed in the space. And I guess it just comes down to, if you have a reputation for being good and doing well, if you launch a bundled token and you lock the tokens up and you have no intention of dumping on your community, then people are going to go and buy that token because of who you are, right? They're going to they buy into you. And I think for LFGO, we can say the same thing. A lot of the people that are there because they buy into each other in the community.
Yeah.
Not just me as the project lead. We have a team of 42 people in 10 months. And in that team, there's
so capital.
Maybe 25, 28 of them that are every single day are working on different content. Some of them have gone on to learn from never being able to create content using AI to creating some of the best content we have on our website, to going in and learning skills such as doing voiceovers using AI applications. I don't even know what applications they use. This is how out of touch I am, because I'm not a creative. I'm a business guy. I have real world businesses. This was never meant to happen for me. I had no intention of running any crypto meme coins, and I just ended up being
welcome to the space either way,
where I had to, and now I'm involved with 3 projects, 2 CTOs, and so here we are. I love it though. I have to say,
you got multiple levels of experience in this world of organization, which is always really important. So for what you're saying is that the holding status for you is what do you feel that is for you as the community?
For me personally, I could have sold because I wasn't doxxed. I bought early. I bought all the way up to 28 million market cap, like a crazy person. I just kept buying. Solana
That's a
was
heavy
just like
DCA,
being transferred
yes,
from
yeah.
Kraken. I can't even remember what my early buy was. I think it was around 38K on pump, and then up, all the way to 28 million was my last buy. And then I also bought on the way down to the point where I had 2.4% supply. And so what I'm trying to say is I didn't sell because I fell in love with the people in my community. So for me, it wasn't about I could have sold for $1 million from a total investment of around £23,000. And at the time, I could have gone and bought myself my dream car. I'm happy for you, Ghost. You have your dream car. But I don't want to rug people. I don't want to take the bread and butter from their tables when they have families, children. I don't know whose position is good or bad in the community. I'm not on that personal level with them. So for me, it was like, no. We said from day one that this is an anti-rug project, and we're going to live up to that.
Well, that's good to hear.
And since I've been fully doxxed.
Yeah, so you have a good understanding what HODL status is for you, because the consequence is your community, right? So that's good. I'm glad. So I wish you the best on all your CTO ventures in that network, keeping that status. That's a strong one. Tired Dad, Brandon, you've been in this industry now just for a half a second, probably, which is amazing, right? I'm not cutting anything out, man, but what success and mentality you've gotten a chance to get into. And even in your short-lived part of the process here, I mean, I know you've been in other coins, you've done other things, so I'm only messing with you on the other side.
No, in all honesty, I haven't really been in any other coins. I mean, I've been in the meme. I've done stocks, obviously, for quite a while. The meme game, I'm maybe a month into, so it's totally different for me. But a lot of these things that everybody's saying is it hits home. So for holding for me is more about like what's your why are you going into this project, and like LFGO, I'm new to memes. The fact that I started a coin and it ran up to 4 million and I saw over $200,000 sitting there that I could have easily just sold, but that's not me. I would never be able to sleep at night knowing that I took everybody's money. That's just not right.
No,
and I've yet to sell. So yeah, it's just holding for me is really like what's your why. I want people that are buying into our community to treat this more of as an investment in a business, not just I need a quick profit. I mean, obviously you can see the charts. People do that and it kills me because I see people all day long trading at a loss. I'm like, why are you trading at a loss when we're trending up? Like, well, I just don't understand it. It hurts me because I'm like, I want everybody to have a fair shot and everybody to make money. And there's other ways to make money without having to sell with what we have coming down the road. And that's the thing is holding to me is just believing in what you're buying into is what hold for dear life. Everybody's got usually people that are paranoid. They're scared. They're over leveraged. They're trading with emotions. And, even that bothers me. But then again, it's not, I can't control everything. So if someone bought in at 4 million, obviously they're panicking. You know what I mean? So don't over leverage yourself. And I try to tell this to my community is just put in what you can afford. And I'm not going to say to lose, but that's the mindset you have to have.
Yeah. It's gambling mentality.
And I love gambling too. So
him and I are both going to be at the card game here this week.
Oh yeah. So to me, it's just holding on. It's just holding on for a purpose and what you believe in, and then just having faith in the community. Like I said, we're only 2 weeks, so it's kind of hard for me to, give more advice other than that.
Sorry, I'm in at the same time. I'm trying to write down notes here, in this mentality of living inside that holding status is tough. But you're right. The over leverage side of it, from what you're saying, is very important. Like people, and I think that's the theme, like most of us talked about today, is not being over leveraged. And when I hear people like come to me like, hey man, can I sell off some Shogun because I got to buy tires or I got to pay the handyman, that means that you put money in there that you didn't want that you shouldn't have put in because you needed to use it for things like living, right? So when I use this mentality all the time with people, it's like, don't put in your bread. Don't put the bread on the table inside the bucket, because that's something. Share only what you can share, as you're investing in all of this. Mr. Quinton, you are a valued part of what we've built here. And what's your essence of what you've seen in Shogun? Because Shogun's your first coin that you've been a part of, which I appreciate. How do you see the holder status from your point of view, being a young investor? Because you've invested your own money into this process and your own timing. I didn't just give you a bunch of stuff. You bought all this stuff for yourself. So how do you see it as being the young person you are in this network?
You're exactly right. I'm very new to this industry and this space. When you are holding, and that's your mentality with it, I believe it's been said a lot. It's your belief into the community that you're with. And it's sort of connected to the utility or theme that we had on Tuesday, on the Tuesday show, of when you are holding on for dear life in a community that you really believe in, that you're putting your time in, that you're supporting in the utility of, that's a whole different level. It does become like a second job for you. But then again, there's other components of it to where there's the collectible idea. Like some coins do have that collectible trading mindset where the charts are flowing a lot. There's high volume. It's going up, it's going down. And sort of like trading Pokemon cards, some coins that don't have heavy utility, that's how they're going to be used. So I think being able to understand what you're there for and to be able to understand when to hold, when to trade, what's your goal there, is very, very real. Because I think definitely from being with you and seeing your understanding of charts and seeing that, I have not gotten as much as I would like of that knowledge mitosis over to me.
It's coming. It's coming. It just takes action. That's all.
That's very true.
It's all good. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. As my viewpoint of the holding status, I always like changing acronyms around a little bit. In this particular case, I'm going to call it the live function, right? That you want to check your leverage. This is something that's all because of you today. I came up with this today, right? Like I like to do this a few times. I've done this with FUD. I've done it with conversation is currency. Is the live function. So you check your leverage, right? Like if you like you hold on, if you're over leveraged, holding on is going to hurt you. Don't do it. Sell what you got to sell off, trim it out, right? So inform yourself of your own value, like where your bank finances are, where all that is, and get informed. So the L is look at your leverage. The I is the information that's there. Is this something that is going to improve you? And of course, improve your portfolio. That's another big thing. Is your portfolio going to improve? If it does drop, if it does do that, again, going back to leverage and look to see if it's going to hurt you if it drops down. Anything that you put on at a level, if you're down below, if you're in the loss section of it, is that hurting you being in the loss section? Do you need that money that's in there to go get something else? If not, then hold on and do what you got to do if you believe, but also verify, because at certain key points in your world of holding on, you must verify, like there's a reason why to hold on. Is there stuff in? And that means that you got to verify the FUD or the alpha, right? So it's like a tree. The LIVE is part of a tree on either side. There's a little bit on each. And I'm going to put this out there into a new article, which the other stuff has been turned into articles as well. And of course, finally, is the expansion. You either expand in the process of loss and cut your loss, right? Or you expand in the value of profit and you believe in it, because as charts go down, opportunity goes up. Remember, okay? So it's also a point that if you can kind of see holding on as things happen, do so with that live mentality, right? Look at your leverage, be informed, verify everything, and expand one way or another. And you make that decision. So I hope that helps out. Thank you very much to the panelists for allowing me to brain pick them as well and use that process. I appreciate everybody that's here. We're coming up to the top of the hour at 3 o'clock. Now, normally we go right into an alpha. We're going to have to express this. I want to give everybody and be conscious of everybody's time, especially to our sponsor who has paid money to be here, to come out with their alpha. So if you got some alpha that's coming out, it should be in the next 2 weeks. Please do. I have a couple extra people in here. I'm going to reserve the panelists today. But, you know, those that have shared their stream, I'm going to give you that time as well. If you could be a little bit shorter in your alpha delivery, I'd really appreciate it. But I'm going to save you to second to last. And of course, with our sponsor, is you okay going last? Is that all right? In the alpha? Well, I'll be going last, really. But
I could try to go last. I do my unfortunately.
In fact, you have a 315, I know. So I do apologize. So let's do this. Let's flip this on its ear and bring out Tired Dads to talk about alpha, because you did sponsor the show. You're the alpha dog today. So share away.
Yep. I appreciate that. And sorry to switch it up on everybody. It's the dad life. So as far as some things that we have going on, we did partner with a gentleman that was on the show, I believe 2 weeks ago, with Ghost as well, and my buddy Mac, the guy with Aerosol. I don't recall his name. So yeah, my community is definitely excited about that, being able to get some soul out of some dust tokens that are just sitting there, literally collecting dust.
He has a great incinerator over there. Like, we got to put it in. We'll put it in the description of this video. It's absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
So that's we got that already working. We also have a merch store that we're finalizing, which is going to be generating us revenue that we're going to be putting right back into Tired Dad. So that's a nice utility side of things. But we're also trying to bring the merch store is definitely coming, but to piggyback off that, we will be bringing in things as well as consumer goods. So this isn't just going to be a token itself. It's going to be a business with utility that supports the community and this coin essentially.
Absolutely.
So that's some good things that we have, and also we're going to be going with Paul Chain. I don't know if anybody's heard of Paul Chain in this field, but we want to bring a way for our investors to make money passively, which is a liquidity option that they offer, and they also give you the option for people to buy your coin through different types of blockchains. So it's a great partnership that we're going to be trying to do with them. That should be coming within 2 weeks as well.
Cool.
Other things, I'm not going to bring it. I'm not going to say it yet.
Yeah, not yet. Save it for other times. Good.
Yep.
It always does me well, especially when vested coins with us say all this great alpha, these things that you're building in, because our little investment of what we put in wasn't a lot, a couple $100. So it's not a lot, but it does so in a way that when we increase and you increase your value of alpha, we get increased in our portfolio as well. So there's a method to the madness here, folks. So thank you so much. Please stick around. I hope I know you have a 315. We're going to try to wrap it up before then for a little backstage stuff. I guess, Etta, how are you? And I want to be conscious of your time as well.
Hello. I am doing fine. This has been just really amazing. I love just listening to projects as well. It's really inspiring, because I know that this industry can be so draining sometimes, but I just seeing everybody lifting up each other, it just really warms my heart, and it makes me really, really happy. And I want everybody to experience this, not only just as the dev, but being in communities as well. So thank you so much for letting me be here.
Oh, you're so welcome. I really appreciate you. I know that you have a lot of stuff that's coming out, and you're constantly building. Like, you could probably have a whole show of your alpha, which I appreciate you very much. And do you have any releases you can talk about today? Anything in the next 2 weeks, or you still want to keep kind of quiet about some of it?
We'll have more and more commissions. We have a lot of plans about that. If you ever have any commissions that you want to, you like my art style basically, and you want to see one of your ideas come to life in my art style, I would love to just have a conversation. We can have a commission as well.
Nice.
Recently, we have been just doing NFT commissions, Cats and Crypto, and soon to be Merv as well. But other than that, though, that's just a little bit tiny alpha. But yeah, that is what we have been doing.
I would love to commission you for of our top 4 PFPs that we have in your art style, what they would look like, mine being the Panther, in that samurai-esque kind of look. I think it would look great. And we could even probably commission a few things into that NFT world for us as well, in that style, a little collaborative NFT, which we would definitely love to return back to you in that value.
I love that idea. Yes, because recently the NFT projects, I have been actually drawing animals as well. So
oh, cool.
totally.
Well, we've been doing our game network and in Unreal Engine. There's no meta-human characterization system, so I've been getting very familiar with the drawing of animals and the process in there. It's been fun. But Etta, thank you so much for being here today. I know it's late. I don't blame you if you got to head out. This man jumped back in his spaceship again. But thank you, Etta. I really appreciate being here. LFG, what do you got for us real quickly in any alpha that you may have coming out for the CTO for Let's Effing Go?
Well, we're actually working on a roadmap right now. We're 10 months in. When we did the CTO, we didn't really want to do a roadmap then because it was too early. It was a new project, a new team was being formed from within the community. So we just wanted to, get to know each other, have a direction that we wanted to take the project in. And obviously, Let's Fucking Go is the name, the mantra.
Yeah, sorry, I said yeah, sorry.
And LFGO was... So Let's Fucking Go combined with Lego is what gave you the ticker LFGO, right? So for us, we're going to be releasing a new roadmap, which will go onto the website. So there's exciting things for you all to look out for in the next few days that will be, published.
Cool. I look forward to it. We'll make sure
at this stage.
I appreciate that. We'll have some updates on this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, down in the description below, we'll have links to everybody's projects and everything that's in there. Thanks to Mr. Quinton and others. I'm talking to the future Mr. Quinton. Thank you very much. I think let's see. We got SL. We got Jamie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wasn't going to go anywhere. I promise. He's like, I'll come do that.
I have to run after this. Okay, so it's been a little over a week since we released the 2 AI agents with utility, AI fact checker, AI researcher, free for you all to use. And already within that time, we've been working on the AI politician. So she's going to have several different utility functions, but we've already tapped into the X API, and we haven't integrated this for public launch yet, but it should be soon, where you can ask her about specific debates, and she will crawl and find all the different perspectives on an issue, which could be very useful for crypto, what different people are saying. And she just lays all of that out. And if you go to our X page, you will see that there's a new secret Discord that was created related to an experiment we were doing with rebranding with the Crypto Congress. And if you follow those links, you will get access to a secret website. And on that secret website, there are some clues that are buried. And if you can figure out the AI politician's real name, you will get a prize. And with that, I got to go, everybody. But thank you all so much.
Jamie, thank you so much for being here today. And I know we pushed the time a little bit past 3. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I want to make sure that we get that AI bot show going one of these times. So I look forward to seeing you in there.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye. What a wonderful show. Ghost, real quickly, what do you got? You got anything good?
I actually
you always
do.
got something good.
I actually do. I like to under promise and over deliver. Y'all know that.
That's an understatement.
I swear I do. But shout out to Baby YOLO. Safe Moon YOLO is actually creating another line of our NFTs. It is a collaboration this time. So we've already had Lotto Ballers. We've already had the Lotto Hatchers. And this time around, I can't give too much alpha about it. And in regards to timing, I'm really big on the creators having the ability to extend time. So I never give actual dates unless she gives me that date of when it's getting prepped for the actual OpenSea platform to sell. Yeah. But I would say it's probably within the next couple of weeks to hit your guideline. And our Lotto Ballers were a hit. They sold out in 17 minutes. So I'd imagine this time around, it's going to be a little bit crazier, especially considering this Saturday, the 8th of February, we're doing our first live launch where someone who owns an NFT is hitting the lottery, right? And it's going to be the same concept of these NFT drops that we make. There's always a line that's numbered that will be automatically entered into this lottery drawing, and it's going to be a hit. So show up to poker tomorrow, 6:30, guys. I swear to you, tired dad. I'm a dad of 3 daughters. There's no one as tired as me at times, I swear. I run a real business in real world too, and still have a coin. So I know everything you're going through.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see you there too. No excuses, but I'll take care of all your buy-ins, you guys. Just join us for fun, man, and see if it's something you guys dig for the future.
You got it. I'll be there.
Appreciate it. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Trader. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon, all right?
Yeah, you got it, my man. Take care.
Take care.
Sounds good. Take care, bro.
All right. So basically, we go into this whole thing, and I want to be conscious of everybody's time. We hit 2,665 people for the show today. Everybody did well. Everybody's stage stream did absolutely wonderful. But I want to jump real quickly into our alpha for what's coming. We are, if you're watching this right now and you have an idea for a stream or for a coin in the process, we have built out a network that is all about creating, like if you were thinking of going to Pump Fund, you may want to pump the brakes just a little bit. Not because we replaced Pump Fund, but because we made Pump Fund safer, right? And that's something that I really got to stress upon everybody here that's watching. If you have an idea for a coin that you want to launch, one, it takes time, it takes money, it takes prowess, but you also got to launch it so it's fair and safe. And it's impossible to launch a coin over on Pump Fund and be a fair sale. It's impossible. The only way you maybe be able to do it is that if you are the dev and you take all the money from the people and you buy the coin and the supply from the very beginning part of it as you're making the coin. And even then you got to be careful because you got to trust the hell out of the dev. Well, we've created this. Let me bring my face over here and super fast. Boom. We created Shogunix. And Shogunix, the launch pad for Shogunix, is a system for fair sale. And this means that just like a fair sale, like Pink Sale or any other fair sale systems out there, you can conglomerate a bunch of people together and you can collect their money, can go right into the system. It's very safe. It's been approved by Blowfish and Phantom. It's been verified. It's been audited. It's been networked. We have a lot of people involved in this process, smarter than I could ever really appreciate. We launched a coin on the 25th of January, and it went to Radium in 38 seconds. And that was with only 30 SOL that was brought in. And there's a bunch of crazy stuff that happened with that show, but I really won't go into that right now. But this system creates a fair sale for Pump Fund. And so when it fills up, it goes straight to Pump Fund. Now that coin is unruggable for 30 minutes. You can't rug out of that coin. Now, I'm not saying it can be rugged after 30 minutes, but even if the dev pulls his portion of it out, which anybody can do it no matter what part of it, he's going to pay a penalty. That's right. 15% for the first 30 minutes to an hour. After that, 7.5% for the first 6 hours, right? They're going to pay a penalty for that. Like, I want to punish people that are in there to rug. We're not here to try to make a system out there for people just to come in. Now, we want them to launch a coin. Of course, do your own research, find your own stuff, make sure that your community is in part of it. But at any time, once it hits Radium, you can come back to the site, claim your tokens, and you're part of the fair sale system now. And what does that mean? That means that if you're at the base bottom, that you can't lose money other than the fees that it costs you to give back that token or sell that token from your original intent. Even if somebody who was in this system sells before you do, that's okay because you all bought at the same level down at that bottom. So your cost per average per coin is set at the base structure. And as a trader, and I see Ghost down there raising his hand saying, yes, absolutely, because it's true. It is the safest way, and it's all through Pump Fund. So 2 things happened on the 25th. Fastest Radium I've ever seen a coin go to. And secondly, first coin that ever launched through Pump Fund through a fair sale system. It was the first attachment from a smart contract over there. So super powerful. This is already out. It's already here, but we are launching a coin here soon. And we're creating an alpha group for people to come over. But there's some rules. Like, I love rules. I love protocols of being able to stay with the coin, not a holder status, right? But a process of investment. Like, we believe that if you're going to invest and you're able to invest 1 SOL at that point, that once it hits Radium, you can pull out a certain amount. Once it goes to another level, pull out a certain amount and hold down to a status of a certain amount. If you can meet that relationship, then you'll be a part of that alpha group. And it's a very profitable because you can actually be in the alpha group for every coin that launches. And we're going to have hundreds of coins launching through our system. We're going to be videoing it all. We're going to be live streaming it on the first one that we're going to do. I don't have a date, but it is within 2 weeks because next week I'm meeting with all the investors and everybody else for that coin. And it's going to be huge. It's going to be live streamed too. So be prepared because we're going to hit with a lot of scammers and shammers from before. But we now are prepared. We have our servers all ready. We have everything ready because on that 25th show, we got DDoS attacked on the stream live and our websites did. And we got stuff bought up on the sites with bots, which is incredible. But we still have holdo status. Speaking of which, on that coin for Shogun, which is our silver coin, haven't sold. There was 422 million coins bought through that system, and not one was sold. So we're very proud of that status. All right. I think that's about it. All I got for you here for that. There is plenty of other stuff. Our Anvil bot's getting a new release, a new version release. Our Tsunami bot's getting the wallet system that's put in, which is amazing. There's so many great things to everybody here. I want to bring out anybody that has anything lastly they want to say of any of our panelists in as a goodbye. I know that Tire Dad had to go. He had a 3:15 hard stop. But LFG, do you have anything you want to say lastly? LFGO, I'm sorry.
I would like to say something.
Oh, please, Etta, go ahead.
Oh, he could go first.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Ladies first.
Thank you.
Very polite.
So we are holding a space with Turbo. If you guys want to head on to Twitter as well to check that out. We hold spaces and as well as live streams every single 5 days a week, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And that is early morning for me, but we live stream the live drawing, weird coin drawing. So guys can check that out. Thank you so much.
I will be over as a visitor there too. I can't wait to see it. All right, LFGO, what do you got?
I just want to say it's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed the show. I look forward to joining again, representing one of the other projects. And then maybe I can come back with my own personal account and join in.
Absolutely. Most definitely.
So, appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. And appreciate your team's persistence for trying to get
They're devils, man. They get in there and do the job.
No, it's great. To be fair, I felt so bad the number of times I had to say no because I'm up at 6 a.m. every day. I take my youngest daughter to school. I am a father of 2. I run 2 businesses, one in Hong Kong, one in London. I'm living in Jakarta, Indonesia. And then I'm part of 3 meme coins.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine my time is.
We should make a coin called Tired Devs next.
I'm not a dev though. This is the thing.
Well,
2 are CTOs and one is. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's
thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you. Not last and not least, of course, we have Ghost, who's still stuck it around in his beautiful flying machine, which we appreciate. Do you have any last words of goodbye for today's show?
Nah, I told you guys, my cleaning lady's here, and I'm stuck in every which room trying to avoid her, so I just figured this would be easier. But no, you guys just give compliments, give blessings. It goes a long way. You'd be surprised on how easy it is to fill your cup up if you're filling everyone else's cup up, right?
Yeah.
We talked about hodling, man, and one of the biggest things for me is just make sure whatever you're doing it with your specific plan. I think if you have a plan in this industry and you just abide by it, you're gonna feel good at the end of the day, because there's always looking back. Hindsight's 20/20. You could have sold at a better spot, or you could have bought in at a better spot. But if you have a plan to DCA into something and to be respectful to the charts and DCA out of something as well, it really goes a long way. But more importantly, I think it's about pure intent. Find the projects that you can tell people in it are maneuvering with pure intent, and you'll find yourself in a project you can call home. This doesn't have to be just a trading realm. It doesn't have to be a player versus player realm.
Yeah.
It could actually be a space full of growth. We just recently tried out the Anvil bot and couldn't have been more pleased with the way the functionality of it is, and having more control over it, and being one trader to another. Shout out to you and your team, Trader Max. You guys put together one heck of a bot that I've been extremely excited about, to explore options on how to do it, because that's what we want. We want security. We want to have people that can enter into our space that are new to the game, but still not get, left hanging, if you will. And I think that bot's awesome. Like overnight, if there's some downward, traction, you can kind of bring it up. And I think it's just an awesome development that you guys had. And I'm very grateful that you guys worked with us to get it in motion.
Yeah, there is, everything that we built with that bot was about the community, but we also had to look at, like I polled the team, like, how do we make money with it? Because it does well. Sometimes when the chart's pumping, it'll make you money, right? But not to the point. You can use it nefariously and farm the chart with every buy. You could use it and do all that stuff. But if I see that stuff in the chart, I know it. I have algorithm, my AI in there can tell me who's doing what. I have a full admin panel that says where every trade that comes over, we have access to, right? We have hundreds of thousands of wallets in that network that we track to the value of what we call our alliance system, to looking for those ruggers and shruggers that are out there, right? So secretly, there's a lot of stuff that's going on there. But what would you think? And I hate to do this in the last seconds. I know some of you have to go. If you have to go, please, you can exit here at this point. But and I got a surprise for you too here right at the end. What if I were to tell you that right now it has a cost of about a soul per week, right? And I always give more. Like you under promise, over deliver. I undervalue a lot of times, but I over deliver that same value. I provide value, but I kill it. Like I would be a multi-billionaire if I didn't give away everything that I do, right? So it's like I gave you guys like extra weeks in the process, and I'm always giving more and more and more. But what if I were to tell you that there was no, let's just pretend that I could make it to where there was no upfront cost whatsoever. Like there's no process there, right? Like you just put in soul and you just push the button and go and use it as utility, right? If I told you I could do that and still make money in the process, that would be amazing. That's what we're developing. And I didn't want to put it into the stuff because I didn't want to take away the alpha from the launch pad, but the alpha for that is within the next 2 weeks. And I never sell sizzle. We're going to have a transactional cost process, and you will still get the heavy volume that you get. We'll get a tiny little fraction of that. It's like 0.01% per transactional trade. We don't need a lot, but we will put thousands of people into this network. We've created a container system. We created a whole network system and another couple products that will be inside that Anvil bot alone. We tested it with the Tsunami system where that, the bundling process of 2-to-1 ratio and all that stuff. And it has worked wonders. Like we make a good money, and it's so inexpensive to run. People don't realize how many deals you can make with all the validators and Jito and all those guys. And they'll give you little cuts of money coming over as well. And that's what we've done. We've done that so everybody, even the smallest coins who can't afford a soul per week, can put money in and make money with the bot in the system. That's what it's about in this industry. Finding relationships like with great people like yourself and others that come in here with not their hand out, but both their hands out with value. And that's what we've committed to. So thank you for letting us do that. As a thank you again. You did something to us in the show again, Lotto. You said you weren't going to be able to get it going, but you did. And you cleaned our clock. You're at 881 and we're at 783. Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate it. Again, we won the lotto by you being here today.
Hey, I swear to you, I thought it didn't work. I was like, it doesn't even show up. But then someone's like, no, it's working. And I was like, oh. And then you said the count, and I was like, oh, let's go. I did it. I'm not very tech savvy. I use everyone else to help me with that side. I'm the talker. They're the tech, you know?
Yeah. But you know what, man? You did absolutely wonderful. Let me show you right here. It says Just Lotto 882 to our 785. Cleaned our clock. LFG came up in a wowing third of 407. SHARBI token 154. Still kept it in. They left, but they still had it on, which is amazing until I end the show. Tired Dad 394. Everybody did such a great day today. Mr. Quinton, you got any final goodbyes in the process here today?
Not anything too extravagant. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It was wonderful hearing about you, wonderful talking with you. A lot of work goes into managing this. So, of course, as always, thank you to my team. And yeah, I'm super happy to continue doing these types of things and see how you guys grow.
Absolutely. As we reach out to all the coins and networks, the outreach team does such a great job of talking and getting everybody on board. If you're watching this, you're watching the Shogun Gun Show here on the 6th of February. And this has been one hell of a show today. Being able to talk to everybody in their actual environments, and like with Ghost in there, that's an amazing environment to be in. I'm very jealous. I want a car as well now. I don't drive anymore, but I definitely will think about doing that again.
Are you? What state are you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you saw my Steeler hat and didn't say anything about it. Huh?
Well, I'm not a big fan, but that's okay.
Are you an Eagle fan?
Well, I am in Philadelphia, so I guess.
Hey, you know what? I swear to you, I hope you knock the Chiefs out. I swear to you, I do. I love Jalen Hurts. He's won me all of my fantasy leagues. When I win, it's because I have him at the cap. But yeah, if I ever come to Pennsylvania in this thing, I'll pick you up. You could test drive it.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go. That's awesome. I love it. Make sure the insurance is high. I'm blind. It's all good. No, actually, I was blind for 15 years. I had cataracts in both eyes, and I now have 2010 vision. So I'm looking to get my license back and go do that.
2010?
Yeah, 2010 vision. It's crazy. Like the operation that they did. I mean, literally, I was 90% blind and I was teaching martial arts. I was walking around the world. I wasn't driving because they took my license, but, for 15 years. And then one day, this doctor in Princeton, New Jersey wrote me, says, I can fix that. I'm like, I don't know, man. I've been in front of some people. And they, I came out of that surgery. I'm like, holy crap. Could somebody put me back in the hole? There's some ugly people around here. Oh, wait, that's a mirror.
Wow. That's
so,
good.
So I'm very lucky. So, yeah, most definitely. I can drive now. It's all good.
That is amazing. That is so funny.
All right. Well, that was my goodbye, I guess. I was a blind old bat, and now I can see. There's amazing grace if you can say it. As everybody knows, that this show is all about progression and building out that relationship with many people. I've met a lot of people, and if you could judge wealth by the people that I have won the lotto. I have won the lotto a million times over with all you great coins that are out there. This is a structured show. It's moderated and it's kept this way for a reason. So we just don't have, but we are bringing on more shows about all different types of collectives. You might even see us now 5 days a week. 5 days a week coming up. And you might have other people who lead it. I don't know yet. We just hit 2,800 people. And again, I won't go through the numbers, but an all-time high, not today, but a great show with great people. And if you want to be a part of the show, go to shoguncryptos.com, hit on the gun show, fill out the forms. If you want to sponsor a show, very inexpensive to sponsor a show and be a part of it. You get a lot of value. Trust me. You'll see a lot of great systems out there. Thank you to everybody. We really appreciate you all. We'll see you next time. Now, remember, the best revenge is living well. So get out there and live well. I'm Trader Max. Have a great day. See you next time. Everybody here, stick in this channel with me for a second.